Hi, I'm Tom and welcome to our next lecture. Today I will talk about linear workflow. I will show you what gamma correction and linear workflow subject is, how you can improve your renders and why linear space produce more accurate results. So, what is gamma? I will show you how your computer screen displays images. I mean any screen, any electronic device which displays images. First of all, we have input voltage. It's video signal. To display images on screen, an input voltage is applied. And in that point we have problem. Input signal is not linear in relation to luminance. This relation looks like this. As you can see, the input signal, our video signal, is increasing. The luminance at start is in the same level, and then accelerate very quickly. So, if gamma correction was not applied, all of your images are dark. I mean shadows, midtones, you know. So, we need to add gamma correction to make your input linear again, something like this. That is gamma. You know, it's the numerical value of this exponent is given the name gamma. It's changing the way the light intensity is displayed on the screen. Gamma helps to display images so we can see it better, basically. That's what gamma does. So, how this affects 3D Studio Max and V-Ray render engine? In standard solution of rendering, we have our input gamma corrected already. Our 3D software work in linear space internally, but textures, color pickers, images already have gamma applied, so they can be seen properly on screen. Our render have elements with mixed gamma, something like this. Our input have gamma applied and engine works in linear space. So we get wrong result, double gamma output. Our final image display on sRGB space, which means it have gamma applied. We get double gamma image, making them look washing out, you know. We need to degamma our input, so our render engine will work in linear space at all, something like this. That is linear workflow. It means to keep everything in a rendering pipeline linear. But there is one more step. Our output. We need to apply target gamma at the end, because when we won't do this, your render will look very dark. So, at the end we need to apply gamma correction for our render, and our display can show correct result. Okay, let's do some practice. We have a simple interior scene. On the floor we have this texture, and let's render this scene with default settings. As you can see, we have very dark result of our rendering. Our texture is dark, has a different color. Our shadows are too dark, midtones, you know. All parts of image is very dark because our 3D software work in linear space internally. Our texture images and color pickers already have gamma applied. So, our render have elements with mixed gamma. Our input have gamma applied and engine works in linear space. That's why we get this very dark result. We need to set 3D Studio Max and V-Ray to linear workflow. Let's do this. in Customize menu we have preference options. You have to find gamma settings and enable gamma correction, and set gamma to 2.2 value, and check affect color selectors, affect material editor, hit OK. Okay, now we have gamma correct material editor, color picker and texture only for display. It's not affect to our render. I will show you. As you can see, our render is still too dark because these settings only affect to viewport and material editor, not for render. So now we have to degamma our input. We have to set input gamma value to 2.2. In this step, V-Ray have information that our textures has gamma corrected already, and it's not necessary to do this one more time. Okay. Output settings is our target output gamma in frame buffer. We should set this to 2.2 value, but we'll do this in V-Ray color mapping settings because we use V-Ray virtual frame buffer. Okay, if we will use standard max frame buffer, we need set gamma 2.2 in this place. Okay, now it's live. So let's set output gamma in V-Ray color mapping settings. You have color mapping tab, and this is our output. Set to 2.2 value. Okay. Now we set 3D Studio Max and V-Ray to linear workflow. Let's render our scene. As you can see, we have gamma correct render now. Our texture is displayed correctly. I will show you. The texture has the same color and brightness. We have correct brightness of shadows, and our render have much better brightness, and it's very good result. You can download this scene and do some test. The scene is set to default gamma, so you need to set it to linear workspace, and it will be good practice for you to understand this technique. Okay. So thank you for listening.